Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today I've got 3 packages here, but I'm only going to be unboxing and reviewing one item today. And if you do want to watch the rest of these packages get unboxed and reviewed, please do hit that bell notification, subscribe to the channel, and that way you won't miss any future videos. That being said, let's get right into it. So the first package that we've got here, as you know from the thumbnail, is the RG35XXSP. Now, even though I do love these retro handhelds, but Anbernic are really going nuts with these names. So I'm just going to refer to it as the Anbernic SP because it's just easy to say that. So here you have the different color variations on the box. I went with the grey because I just thought it's got that nice little retro look to it. I do like the design and the colour that goes with the actual clamshell itself. It does remind me of the original DMG. Anyway, so let's get right into this and start unboxing it. I actually haven't seen an unboxing of this actual product. I've seen quite a few reviews and stuff like that, but I haven't seen an unboxing, so it's my first time experiencing this, guys, and I'm quite excited. Inside we get a nice little thank you message from Anbernic. So most welcome, Anbernic. I do want to review some more of your products, so please send some my way if you could. Wink wink. So inside the box it does come in a nice carry case, a protective case rather, and it's really nice to have these. I mean, sometimes you can buy these from AliExpress and stuff, and they do sell them separately. So to have it within the box with the actual handheld itself is a real nice, neat touch. I really do like that. So within the box, you also get this USB Type-C charging cable. Got thousands of these. I know I mention this in every video, but still, it's nice to have at hand. Keep them in the box. You never know when you might come in handy. Also, you do get a nice screen protector, which is nice. I mean, it's really good to protect your screens. It came with my Mio Mini as well, and I stuck that on straight away. Also inside here, you do get an instruction manual. Again, you can refer back to this, but I never tend to. Sometimes you might need to, because if you do put these devices away for a long time and you go back to them, it's always nice to have that handy instruction manual where you can go back and have it at a glance. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's take this device out the actual case now, and it's really nice, this case. It does have a real nice feel to it. Enough of talking about the case and the unboxing. I'm really excited to get right into the nitty gritty of this. So let's take out the actual device itself and have a look around. I can't actually wait to put it on, but I do want to have a little look around and see what the buttons feel like and what it feels like ergonomically in the hands. So right off the bat, it's got a nice heft to it. It's not a light device. It's not heavy either, but it's got a nice weight to it, which is a good thing. I really do like that. It does have an extra heft to it compared to the original Game Boy Advance SP. It's slightly heavier. It feels heavier, and it does feel a little bit more bulky. So at the front here, we do have 2 slots for micro SDs. One, I'm guessing, has the operating system and the ROMs, and the second one, you can put another SD card in if you want to add more storage and add more ROMs to it. Now this device did cost me around about $72, and that's around £55 sterling here in the UK. So around on this side we have the volume buttons, which are decent, tactile enough, and they do have a nice click to them. At the bottom we have a headphone jack, and as I mentioned, the SD slots at the front as well. So on the other side we have a reset button, and also we have the power button here as well, and also the power indicator. On the back of the device we have the USB Type-C charging port, and also the micro HDMI port as well, and I will be showing you that in this video shortly. So here are the shoulder buttons, which are nice and clicky. They do have a little bit of a shake to them, and that's what we'll get into later on though. Just a quick rundown of the specifications of this Anbernic SP. I'm not going to read them out, but they're there on the screen for you to see. And let's just roll into the rest of the video. Okay, so now that I've finally got the device in my hands, it does feel nice and comfortable. It does really bring that nostalgic feeling from way back in the day when I used to play it on my original SP. Now, I do like the screen. It does tilt back, so you can have a nice little angle if you want to, but I do like that it does snap back into place as well. So like I said, the ergonomics are really good. It does feel nice and comfortable. It is not top end heavy. The weight proportion is really well balanced in my humble opinion, and it does feel really good. Now the D-pad is clicky. Now my issue is not going to be the clickiness. My issue is going to be like Retro Game Corp says. Is it Hadoukenable and is it Shoryukenable? And I guess we'll soon find out. Just going to give you a quick idea of the actual travel distance for the action buttons and also for the D-pad itself. So as you can see, there's not very much travel distance when you're pressing the button at all. So I guess that's a good thing. I do like buttons that don't have much of a travel distance on some systems, and on some systems I do prefer a bit more of a travel distance, but we'll see how it actually plays out in real life testing soon. So on the front here we have the start and the select button, the D-pad and the 4 action buttons, and also we have the menu button right there in the middle. There's a couple of ways that you can actually access the ROMs. The first option here is the actual game rooms option, and you can go into this and select whatever console you want to select and then choose whatever game you want to choose to play. So I'm going to select Tekken 3 for the PlayStation 1 and have a little blast. But before we do that, I'm just going to give you a quick sound test, guys. Wow, blown away, guys. The speakers on this thing are absolutely amazing. I've never heard anything like it. So much punchiness coming out such a small device. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The speakers are fantastic. Anyway, let's keep it moving. So being able to play Tekken 3 in the palm of my hands just feels really good. It feels right at home and it reminds me of way back in the day when me and my brother used to play this game on the PlayStation 1. And it feels really good. It's really smooth. The frame rates are really good. And the ergonomics of this device are really nice as well. And the buttons are really responsive too. So far, so good. Before I show you Retro Arch, I'm going to show you some of the other options that we have here. So we have favorites, we have history, and we have search. And also the app center. So once you land inside Retro Arch, this is what it looks like. There's a plethora of different systems here. And as you can see on the bottom right, it shows you how many systems there is in terms of pages. So there's 5 pages of systems here. And I'm not going to go through each and every single system today. But I'm going to go through a handful and show you what the actual systems run like and what they play like. And also I'll show you on the big screen as well. So without further ado, let's play some games. F-Zero Advance it is. So once you load up into a Game Boy Advance game, you do get this amazing little border at the bottom, which is exactly like the original Game Boy Advance SP. I just want to mention, guys, that the screen on this device is really nice. The colors are really vibrant and they really do pop. So if you're really considering getting this device, don't worry about the screen because it's no slouch. This game handles like an absolute dream, guys. So much fun and so responsive. The D-pad is actually really good for games like this. Okay, so next up I'm going to try Street Fighter for the Sega Genesis and see how that plays and just see how it runs as a system as a whole. Also, you do get a couple of borders, tiny ones at the top and the bottom here. So now we're going to see if Retro Game Cups is right and see if I can actually pull off some Shoryukens and some Hadoukens and see if it's actually Shoryukenable and Hadoukenable. And I can't actually wait to actually test it out to see if I can actually pull off some moves, because I do like these handhelds and I do like to play Street Fighter on the go, even though I know it's not the best experience to play Street Fighter games on a handheld because our console just goes everywhere when you're trying to get frantic and pull off those moves. But right off the bat, I'm being really honest with you guys, there's no motion there at all. There's no rolling motion here because the D-pad is a clicky D-pad and it's got like clickiness to it. There's no motion to do a diagonal down forward Hadouken. I can barely do one at all. Honestly, I don't even think I'll be able to pull off a Shoryuken at all. I'm barely being able to pull off a Hadouken. Now what I want to try and do is see if I can do any... Oh, okay. So I managed to pull off one there. And let's see if I can pull off some more. But it's really difficult, to be honest with you, to pull off any type of like move and be strategic with it. I mean, I can pull it off if I try hard enough, but it's not enjoyable, if you know what I mean. Just a quick comparison then with the normal D-pad on this Mario Mini. Now the Mario Mini is really hard to play Street Fighter on anyway because of the size of the actual device. But it's a lot more easy to do Hadoukens and I find it a lot more easy to do Shoryukens on it as well and Hurricane kicks and stuff like that. In my opinion, this device has failed the Hadoukenable and the Shoryukenable test miserably. Anyway, let's keep it moving and move on to the next game and see how it does on the other systems and some other games. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next game and the next system. So the next system I'm going to select is the Super Nintendo, aka the Super Famicom, and game of choice is going to be Final Fight 2. Now I haven't played this game in a very long time, so I'm actually looking forward to playing it, but at the same time I'm also going to be testing out the D-pad itself. So I'm going to be checking out the directionals, up, down, left, right, and see if it's on point. The D-pad for games like this seems to be perfectly fine. When you're not trying to do the quarter circle forward or the quarter circle back motions, everything seems to be fine. It's just games like Street Fighter that have issues with a D-pad like this. But for beat 'em ups and side-scrolling games like this, it's actually quite perfect and it's actually quite tactile and it does feel quite good. So win-win there. I do like it, and I do like the responsiveness, and I do actually like the click, because when you get that click you actually know what direction you're actually pushing that directional button on, and it does feel good. Okay, so moving on to the next bit is the bit that I was excited for the most, not gonna lie, and that's actually connecting it to my monitor via the micro HDMI output on the actual SP itself. And as you can see, it looks really good, and I can't actually wait to try out some games. So let's check out some games on the big screen. So I just had a wild idea, guys. My PlayStation 5 controller was sat on my desk, so I thought to myself, let me see if it actually connects. It does pick up the controller and it does actually connect, and you can actually use your PlayStation 5 controller with the Anbernic SP. That is absolutely epic. That is just amazing and a great touch and an additional benefit to have for this actual console itself. So I'm really happy to be able to use my PlayStation 5 controller on the SP. Unfortunately, whilst I was using the PlayStation 5 controller, it actually stopped working, so I was like, what's going on here? And I realized that the controller battery has actually died. And for that reason, I wasn't able to capture any gameplay footage of me using the PlayStation 5 controller, which is a shame. I was really looking forward to it, but we'll do that on another video. Anyway, so I'm using the actual Dreamcast emulation here, Crazy Taxi. As you can see, it's set to widescreen, so I'm going to change the aspect ratio to 1:1. I think, in my humble opinion, that it actually does look better in this 1:1 aspect ratio. I mean, if you want to play in widescreen mode, go for it, but for myself, I do like to have that original aspect ratio, or as close as possible. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun. I was really crap at this game, so do bear with me as I play. I'm actually really impressed with how it's actually handling Crazy Taxi for the Dreamcast on this amazing little handheld. It looks phenomenal. I mean, look, you don't even need to play handheld mode. You can just connect it to your monitor or your big screen TV even and have a ton of fun. You've got all these systems in the palm of your hands to be able to enjoy, and you can connect controllers to it as well. I think you can have a multiple up to 4 controllers, so you can play any 4-player game if you wanted to and have a ton of fun. That's really amazing for such a small device to be able to do all these different things. It's really well worth the price, honestly. I'm really happy for what I've paid for it. The next system that we're going to be testing is the PlayStation Portable, and I'm actually looking forward to testing out the PlayStation Portable, and the game of choice is going to be Ridge Racer. Now, a lot of other systems that I've used back in the days have not been able to play this game, so I'm really looking forward to see how this actual Anbernic SP is going to handle this game and see what the frame rates are like and just overall experience, and see if it is able to play this game. Here we go, guys. Let's test this game out. I'm actually really excited. I'm smiling ear to ear that this little system is able to play the PlayStation Portable. It's kind of crazy, honestly. I mean, It looks so good. Okay, there's a little bit of stutters here and there, and the frame rates do drop, but it's not a deal breaker, and it's not like one of those games that's broken you can't actually play it. It's playing a PSP on this Anbernic SP. It's kind of crazy, honestly. It's mad. And also being able to drift and everything, it's really taking me way back to when I had it on the PlayStation Portable. Yeah, it's not the best. I mean, like I said, the frame rates aren't there, but for what it is, it's actually playable and doable. And if you tinker with the settings, you'll be able to actually make this perform even better. I think this is a pass for me, 100%. It actually plays PlayStation Portable really well. The Dreamcast, it did really well. And obviously all the other systems like the SNES and the Mega Drive, it eats those up for fun. Just that the D-pad's a little bit on the downside when you're playing Street Fighter. But, oh my god, this feels so good. I'm having a ton of fun, guys. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Okay, guys, so let's wrap this video up. So what do I actually think about this device and my honest, true opinion? To be honest with you, for the price point, you can't actually go wrong, and I totally do recommend it. Yeah, the D-pad is not the best for fighting games. Who cares? Who wants to play Street Fighter on a itty-bitty little handheld like this? This is perfect for your RPGs, perfect for your little side-scrollers, perfect for PSP games, perfect for the Dreamcast. It's just an amazing device, and I've had a ton of fun actually playing it and reviewing it, and I've had a lot more time to spend with this device, and I've actually tinkered with some of the settings, and there will be a video further on. My only negatives with this device were the D-pad, and also when you actually wake the device, sometimes it does take a few seconds for it to wake up from sleep mode. But aside from that, I can't actually fault it. And also, yeah, it does have a little bit of a shake with the buttons. But hey, that's a minor little gripe. Aside from that, this device is actually phenomenal. What's my verdict on the device then? I would totally recommend it, guys. For the price point and for what it is, it's absolutely amazing. It's got that nostalgic feeling to it as well. Feels really good in the palm. You can't actually go wrong with this device. I totally recommend it 110%. And that was it, guys. That was my review. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do check out my next video because I do have another couple of packages. But in this big package, I have something really special. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments in the comment section down below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.